8. So when you see that live on YouTube, we are live. Just begin the conversation then.
Have I been called? Nthiwa.
Yeah, so guys, welcome. Even as we begin this conversation, welcome. We want to hear your views. Live on YouTube, we are live. Just begin the conversation then.
Have I been called? Nthiwa.
Yeah, so guys, welcome. Even as we begin this conversation, I'm live on YouTube and live on WhatsApp. Just give me a moment. Live on YouTube. Awesome. Sorry for that small hitch there as we get started. So I'll be introducing the guests in the show. We are blessed to have a brilliant coach. So guys, welcome to Breakthrough with Jeff. And this is where we live live with zero limits. And I would like you to share the link even before we start the show. So I'd like you to go on YouTube, share the link with your friends. You've been following us on Breakthrough with Jeff. You must know how this happens. And we begin by sharing the link with our friends so that all of us can partake of whatever it is that we are discussing in this show. So guys, put on your seat belt because you're about to go into a journey to your destiny. This is where we are breaking limiting beliefs. And guess what? I have Coach Nazreen Abdul in the show. So guys, could you just welcome Coach? And Coach, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and if you're excited to be here.
Hi. Oh yes, I'm excited to be here. I'm a mindset coach, and yes, I joined DLC, so I'm a coach in making and getting my certification with DLC at the moment. Yes, and I'm lives changing their mindsets and working together with them.
Awesome. I like your outfit.
Thank you.
Red
shows passion.
Yeah. No, that's really brilliant. And if I know, when I shift my mindset, my dress code also will shift. Then this is a deal. This is a deal. I could be your client from this moment, Coach. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you for the opportunity.
So you say you joined Destiny Life Coaching. Of course, you've had a journey. Now you're about to get certified as a practitioner of coaching excellence. Tell us a little bit about, when people look at you and the way you look so, put together, like so perfect, like everything was just cut from, the original piece and nothing has ever been broken, like you've never gone through a struggle. Could you tell us perhaps your journey and how it's been like, so we can get to know you, Coach?
Okay. For a very long time, and as far as I can remember,
Yeah.
I've always not felt confident. Basically, I had issues just connecting with people. And I was the girl that was walked into class and would want to sit away from people, at the farthest corner where I would not have to interact with anyone. I'd go to events, I'd go to parties, and I'd sit at a corner, just hoping not people wouldn't notice me. And I would really blend nicely with the furniture that you wouldn't find in any photos or anything. Like you wouldn't even know whether I attended or not. And generally also at home, I was just very quiet. I wouldn't want to be involved in making decisions. If someone asked me something, I'll be like, I don't know. So I wouldn't even want to be part of making a decision. And it all came, okay, at that time I didn't know, but I was just struggling on finding an identity.
Yeah.
And also knowing what my purpose is in life. I would be like, I really don't know what my purpose is. I don't know where I fit in. I just didn't find myself fitting in anywhere, whether at work or at school or, at home or with relatives, with family. I didn't have best friends. I didn't really have friends because I was like, I don't know how to connect. I don't know whether what I have to say is important. And so my struggle was, I didn't know it was a struggle. I just closed myself out. I wanted peace. And I just wanted just to know that just a safe spot and that I'm just in peace. And as long as I'm not harming anyone, as long as if I keep quiet, it's my choice and I'm not hurting anyone, I'm not harming anyone. If I don't go for something anyway, I've done nothing wrong. I just kept myself hidden, basically.
Wow.
Yes. So that's my journey. And that's how I lived my life, basically. At work, I'm also getting a job. I was like, what kind of job should I apply for?
Yeah.
I really struggled knowing okay, I can go online and apply for jobs, but what do I apply for? I don't know. Actually, I've studied accounting and I have a degree in accounting. And even applying for accounting jobs was a struggle because I was like, I'm not sure, I'm not confident, I don't know. So even I did not apply for accounting jobs. I just did not know what to apply for. Where would I fit in? What would I be able to do? Who would accept me? Is what I have to offer good enough? And yes, and that was my struggle.
Wow. Coach, you have no idea how many people can relate with your story right now. Like including myself. It's like you're describing my shadow self. A part of me that was hiding and feeling like you don't deserve the front row of, life in meetings and in all that. And I'm just curious how many more people are struggling with this. So guys, if you're online, you can hear us. Tell us about your struggle with hiding yourself from the limelight of life, from, shining your brightest, like the coach is telling us. Because personally, I relate so much with that story. I relate so much with your story. I remember the way even sitting, I used to sit at the edge of the seat because you're feeling you're taking someone else's space.
It is true. It is true. And even I'd get onto the bus or just me being out there, I was like, I don't belong, I don't, I just lived in so much fear, like I don't want to do stuff. But I did make myself do stuff. Like I traveled quite a bit, but I did not enjoy. I really did not enjoy my life. Okay, what I felt was like, yeah, I've visited a place. Yes, it's beautiful. I've taken a few pictures, and that's it. I did not make the most out of it. I did not really and truly enjoy the moments. I did not connect with people. And one thing I realized with really traveling, you need to connect, you need to learn the cultures, you need to connect with people.
That's right.
And while I hold myself back, yes, I couldn't really connect. And yes, I really felt that, I just want to hide myself. So whichever part of the world I've been in, I've still been the same. I still hide myself, and I still, I just feel I don't fit in. I've not found a place. I didn't find a place that I fit in at that moment. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. This is, I mean, knowing you right now and hearing that story, it's like you're talking about two different people. But I'm curious, people, when the struggle, I can relate, and I know thousands upon thousands of people really can relate with your story. It's almost like the story of the human condition, that we don't shine as, we are made to do. I read a book by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. And it's not really our darkness that we are afraid of, but it's our light. We are afraid of shining. And many people are there where, Coach, you're talking about. And I can really, truly, deeply relate to that. My question is, I mean, where did you search? Because people are searching different places. Where did you search? What did you do when with all this? Because someone is asking, perhaps I can ask on behalf of someone, because there's someone who is searching, who actually has the struggle to find themselves, to find their identity. You talked about identity, to find their purpose, and to discover themselves and break through their fears. Where did you search? Because that perhaps could help someone.
Okay, before I get into the search, there was, I had realized I used to cover up under that I'm an introvert.
Yes.
And people say, like, it's okay, but I'm an introvert, and that means that, I can be, I'm not confident, I'm so shy, I cannot, hang around people, I cannot connect. And, you hide around the identity of being, introverted. And yes, that's what I actually was like. Yes, I'm an introvert, so don't interfere with me. Don't disturb me.
That's a way of hiding. What you're saying, that's a way of hiding. Guys, I don't know whether you got that. It's a way of hiding. You are hiding in that identity of being an introvert. It's a cover-up, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a cover-up. Wow. So the question is, where am I hiding? Yeah. Where am I hiding? Yeah. Do people feel like this is a safe space, or we convince ourselves that this is a safe space where I can hide under the umbrella of, this is who I am. And we are very quick to defend ourselves and say, yeah, it's because I'm like this. I'm an, like Tony Robbins would ask, from when did you decide that you are an introvert? From which day?
Yes.
So I find that to be interesting.
Yeah. I think it's decisions we make and identities we get around ourselves that, yes, I'm an introvert, I'm not confident. what I have to say is not important, or the decision I've got to make, it's not really important. Yes, it's a decision. Well, my search came about last year when COVID hit. And because I work full time and from 8 to 5. And I think at some point I was like, if our company closes, because I had lots of friends that really lost their jobs, and they had their businesses closed. And I saw them really searching for, what can they do? And there was a lot of confusion. And I put myself in that position. What if this is me? What am I going to do? And I think that's where it all started. Like, what is my purpose? What have I got to offer the world? Where do I start? And what can I do? And, I think the pandemic was really difficult for so many people. And I think putting myself in that position really gave me like, no, I need to do something. But where do you start searching, because first the people we follow are all like, I was in a group called the introvert group. So,
interesting.
So I'm following people who are like me at that moment. And I felt there needs to be a change. And I listened to a webinar over a weekend, and it was about 10 hours the whole day on Saturday and another 10 hours on Sunday. And it's actually my boss who shared the link with me, and he's like, go ahead, like, if you have time, just listen to it. And when I listened to it, I was like, the whole day Saturday, the whole day Sunday, I spent just listening to it. And it's something just really got to me that I really need to make a change. I need to find what my passion is. And I started going online and searching for courses, searching for how do I find my purpose? Because it's like, where do I start? How do I know what my purpose is? And there's simple questions that someone would ask. Okay, what would you do if you had all the money? If money was not an issue, what would you do? And I was like, I don't know. What do you enjoy doing? I'm like, I don't know. So every question I was coming across was like, I don't know. I really don't know. What book would you read? I'm like, I don't really know what book I would read. I don't really know what I would enjoy doing. And I always like recognize myself, give myself an identity that I'm not a creative person. So I'd also be like, okay, I'm not creative. I can't do anything creative. So I struggled even finding my purpose. Even the courses I took, all the questions I was getting was, I was like, I really don't know. Like completely, I don't know. I can't answer this. But it's because I had conditioned myself in not making decisions and not answering the questions, especially when it relates to me as a person. And at some point, I realized that, people have lost their job, they're struggling and everything. Yes, I can help them. But then I also realized sometimes people just take you for granted. And I'm doing so much. I'm trying to support or help other people, and I'm not doing it for myself. And, and I read somewhere that you need to invest in yourself. And I think at that moment, I decided I am investing in myself. The next course I come across, I'm investing in myself. Now it's about me. And and I paid for a virtual event with Tony Robbins, Unleash the Power Within. And for me, that was one of the best decisions I made, because from the first day, I was able to break through. I was able to recognize that what is holding me back are actually my limiting beliefs. That I did not know were actually limiting beliefs. but I realized what is holding me back are limiting beliefs. And the biggest limiting belief I had was lack of confidence. I just did not feel confident in myself.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, when I tell people about that, I broke through and, my confidence and everything, they're like, but you seemed confident, you seemed okay. And I'm like, I really did not have the confidence.
Yes.
So I don't know if
yes.
people like from the outside, maybe you're faking it. I'm not
Yes.
sure if I was
they're
just
looking at the outside. Yes.
Yes. When people
Yes.
look at me, they see this confident person, but
Yes.
really within me, I'm not confident. I'm really trembling. I'm just like, okay, I'm doing this. I'm making this decision. I'm going ahead with this, but it's really not confidence. I don't know what it is. Yes. So one of the limiting beliefs I really had to break through, the biggest one was lack of confidence. And one thing that Tony Robbins done is the breaking of the board. If anyone has done it, they will know it. On the first day, you either walk through the fire, and you become a fire walker, or you break a piece of board with your hands. And
did you walk on fire?
Because it was a virtual event.
Yeah.
There's no fire walking. So yes, we got the opportunity to break a board, and I couldn't break mine because I think my confidence was like, I just can't break it. I just told myself stories about breaking this board.
Yes.
And I couldn't break the board while we were on the live event.
The board is a metaphor. Maybe for our listeners, it's good for you to understand the board is a metaphor that we use in coaching. So when you're breaking the board, you're saying just the way it's breaking. And some of us, we write the limiting beliefs there and say, once you break it, you've broken through to a new kind of a life. So it's metaphorical, just for those who are wondering, what kind of a board is that? Yeah, okay. Go on, Coach.
Yes, so on my board, I had written in the middle, lack of confidence. And I was so ready to break it, but I just couldn't break it. And I actually got onto a breakout room with a coach, and they coached me through it, but I still could not break it.
Yeah.
And he said, it's a metaphor. You can there's so many ways of breaking a board. You can either break it with your leg, you can take a knife and break it, you can burn it. It doesn't matter how you do it, it's a metaphor, and you just need to break it. And I was like, oh, cool. I'll burn it the easiest way. I'm looking for the easiest way out. So maybe just burning it would be easy. And the next day, so the day ended, the next day, I hadn't burnt my board. I hadn't done anything to my board. It was just sitting there with lack of confidence still there. And I talked to a friend of mine, and I'm like, did you break your board? And she's like, yes, I did. And I'm like, okay, I didn't break mine. Now I need to break mine. Now I just want to feel part of that. I also broke mine. I want to show that I did. And I got online, and again, I got a coach, and it was the same coach that I had spoken to the day before. So he's like, Naz, you're back. I'm like, yes, I'm back. And he's like, why? And I'm like, I need to break this board. And he's like, why do you need to break the board? And I'm like, I need to feel part of the family. Everyone's breaking their board. 24,000 people on call, and at least more than 90% broke their board. But I didn't. And yes, I wanted to feel part of the crowd, part of the family, part of the group. And one thing, he explained to me that this is just a metaphor. Breaking the board is just a metaphor, and you don't really need to break it. You can even have a piece of paper, write your limiting belief, and shred the paper. And yes, it's just a metaphor. And I was like, no, I need to break my board. And he asked me, is this how you live?
You're so persistent. I like that. Yeah.
Yes. And he asked me one question, is
Yeah.
this how you normally live your life? And I just
Amazing question. Let's repeat that. What question was that? Is
this how you normally live your life?
Is this how you normally live your life? I just love that. Wow, brilliant.
Yes.
Then what? Tell us.
And I was like, yes, it's true. And I started crying. Actually, I was very emotional about it. And he's like, you can't just want to follow the crowd,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I realized, like, yes, I'm either just want to follow the crowd, or I want something safe, something simple that I can just do, And he was like, from now on, you've got to realize that you're different, you're unique.
Yes.
And you're just special, and you don't need to always see that someone's doing something and you want to, you need to follow the same path, or you just need to realize you're different. And I think at that moment, what I realized, like, I don't make my own decision. I just follow whatever people have said or what people are doing. I don't have any feet to stand on my own, and say I am an individual. I don't really have an identity. And for me, that was a big thing, because I'm like, actually, that's very true. That's how I live. And just a stranger reaching out and saying, you're special, you're different, you're unique, and you really need to realize that. I think those were words I really needed to hear from someone, and it had to be a stranger. I might have been told by family or someone, but I think it touched me in a different way.
Wow.
So that's where I had a big breakthrough during the virtual event. Yes.
Oh my, let me take a deep breath there. I just need to take a deep breath, because amazing. And I like the progression and the way you allowed yourself to search. Now there are so many people searching, where is my breakthrough, and how can I get my breakthrough? And I remember myself searching, was it 2005, 2006, was I think the first event that I did, again with Tony Robbins. That's one thing we share with you, is I can relate with what you're talking about. Amazing experience. And now, coach, people are in that search mode where you're searching and you're looking, and some of people would say, Tony Robbins in the US, how can I get help locally here? If there's a way that I can get help, how do you answer to someone that is thinking that way? I'm just maybe pushing someone's thought up in this meeting. Yeah.
Yes. I feel first, with Destiny Life Coaching, I've noticed a lot of what we've learned, and the transformation actually takes a coach as well through a lot of what someone similar to Tony Robbins will do, or Tony Robbins himself,
Yes.
And so I think there's that option. Also, getting a coach who can take you through one-on-one.
Yes.
Now, the biggest thing is
in Kenya, right?
There are coaches in Kenya. There are, yes, there are coaches in Kenya. And Jeff with Destiny Life Coaching would be able to get you through that. Especially, we did with, I've been doing the certification. We've done the transformation. And yes, you can get breakthroughs. I think you just need to put your mind to it, and you can get your breakthroughs. One other thing, if someone is searching, is to look at the coaches in Kenya. There are many of them. whether you're going to do it in person or virtual, you just need to find someone you connect with, someone you feel you have the connection with, you really get them. You might go with, someone high paying that's in the States or UK or somewhere, and you're like, oh, okay, they must be better than someone in Kenya. But you might find at some point you don't really connect with them. You just don't, they just don't get you. There is no that rapport, and
exactly.
So yes, so it's one of the things, even with my journey and getting a coach and looking through, selecting what courses I want. All the people I've worked with, I feel like I really connected with them. Like I just feel like just listening to them, I enjoy. While there's some people you listen to them, you're just like, I really just, I'm just like, I'm even falling asleep. Like I just don't get
connection.
it. While the same thing, the same information with someone completely different, you'll be like so focused. You'll be like, I'm getting it. I really am getting it. Yes.
Awesome. I love it. And guys, at the end of this broadcast, we will be showing you and connecting you with Coach Nazreen, a way that you can get a consultation session and see if we can walk that journey together. You realize this coach is real. And this coach has gone through the real stuff, the real journey. This is not book knowledge. This is experience she's talking about. She's gone through it, the struggle, and now showing you how she was searching, finding Tony Robbins, finding Destiny Life Coaching, going through 3 months of coaching. And now she's just about to be certified as a practitioner of coaching excellence. Guys, all things are possible if you make them so. And so at the end of it, keep your pen on your notebook, because we will share with you how you can connect with this brilliant coach. Wow.
Yes.
Another deep breath, guys. Let me just sip this water, because this stuff, man, you can't make this up. This is amazing. And I can see the brilliance in you, Coach. Someone would think, wow, I just want to be you. But they don't know your journey. They don't know you actually, you've gone through your own struggles. And I like the way you talk about confidence. That confidence is not something external. Because we look at even some people we follow and we think they are confident, but they know the story. They know deep inside they are not. I like that perspective. That confidence is an inner work. It's something you do within yourself. Yeah, could you talk more about that, the inner journey? Because I think most of us are looking like this outside. The torch is points outside, and that's why we blame people when we are not confident to say it's because so and so say, and we tend to blame people. Could you make a comment on that, Coach?
Okay, when it comes to confidence and breaking through my limiting beliefs, after the event, the virtual event with Tony Robbins, I just felt like, yes, I've had a breakthrough with my confidence. And because that was the biggest thing for me. And I really felt within me that, yes, I feel it, I feel like a changed person. And so after 4 days, I think I could have like a before story and an after. I'm a totally different person. And though after that, it's like, okay, what next? What do you want with your life? And I think that it's up to you. Yes, because it's like, what next? What am I going to do now? What do I want in my life? And yes, and I realized we all have a choice. And I chose to contact a coach sometime last year, and I've been with the coach for now 6 months. And I think this is where I realized the importance of having a coach. They're there to guide you. They're there to do also. There is like you being in a virtual event. There is no that one-on-one connection.
Yes.
And when you have a coach, you now have the one-on-one connection with them. You now have, they can see the inner work in you that needs to be done. Because then I realized, okay, I also have a limiting belief of I am not enough. I am not worthy.
Yeah.
I had all these limiting beliefs, and I realized it's just not me. How many of us feel that we are just not enough? And I was like, enough what? And I was like, okay, fine, yes, I feel like I'm not enough, but what does it mean? You're not enough. Enough what?
Yeah.
And it's all the like, I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not confident enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not doing, whatever your work is, you're not enough in that. You're not a parent enough to your children. You're not a spouse enough. So you're feeling like everything. Yes. So everything is like, I'm not enough. And it's a lot of people who go through having that belief that I'm not enough.
Yeah.
And I'm not worthy. And it was like, okay, I had that I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of wealth. I'm not worthy of health. I'm not worthy of, love. I'm not worthy. And a lot of times it was me saying to myself, why do I deserve it? Why me? Why not? Other people are getting it and I'm just on the sidelines. And I had to break those limiting beliefs and, like, yes, I'm worthy. And right now, I really feel I am enough. I really feel I'm worthy. I can have my flaws. I think we all have our flaws, but you are enough. And I think everyone needs to really know that, yes, you are enough and you are worthy. Why someone else and not you? We are all equal in this world, and we all deserve the good in the world. Yes.
Wow. Amazing, guys. You can feel it. You can connect with our heart. You can connect with our mind. She is what she talks about, man. So do you feel like you're not enough, like something is missing? This is the kind of people you need to connect to. This is the kind of people, and not that we are perfect, no, is that we actually feel whole and complete because we've made peace with ourselves. And there's that sense of peace, inner peace, that gives you a sense of confidence that you can't get by having more money, more women, more men, more whatever. Because some of us, we feel that we begin to fill the vacuum with stuff and we are stuffed. And the more you buy stuff and the more you buy all these things, the smaller you feel and the more empty you feel because you're feeling your soul, your inner self with stuff. They can't feel it. And now you begin to realize, okay, there are things that are made to fill this place, that peace of mind, that awareness that this is not me. I'm not that belief, and separate yourself from the belief. That's amazing, Johnny, coach. I love it. And now you begin to feel enough, even with the weaknesses. You begin to make peace with the part of you that is not yet complete. And you begin to accept yourself as a human being. You're not a human doing, human being. Begin to accept yourself and begin to feel good about yourself. Play and live this life happy and fulfilled. Don't you, desire that? Yes, you do, and you deserve it. Now, coach, for someone that is really seeking and they know about their struggle. Maybe they are struggling with, I'm not enough, or they are people pleasers. I see that a lot. Or they are trying to fill the vacuum within them with education. There's also the overeducated student, where you're always feeling something is missing, so you're moving from one degree to another. I saw someone going for PhD, and now they are telling me, can I get another PhD because I still feel something is missing. Can you imagine? You've already been called a doctor. Hello, wake up. It's not in the books, right here in the heart. That person that is trying to fill with a new car, with a new things, and trying to pile things in their heart and ownership so they can feel enough. I don't know. What would you say to such a person, coach?
Okay. One thing I've heard a lot is there are rich people who are like millionaires, billionaires, and you hear this, they still depressed, they still fall into depression, or they commit suicide, and they're there and we see them in the media. And yes, so I think it's to realize that material wealth will not bring happiness. I think that's what people feel. If I had a car, if I owned a house, if I had, if I could go out or travel or do what, if I had all the money, that I would be happy. No, material wealth will not bring happiness. Happiness comes from within. I think that's one thing people need to realize. Happiness comes from within. Then the people who educate themselves a lot, I think it's for everyone to realize that you have something to offer the world, and you need to go out there and serve and offer the world. And like, why add more? You're only adding the knowledge to yourself and you're not sharing it. So I even noticed when you're just educating yourself and you don't share it out, you're not serving the world, you're not serving anyone, you're not sharing it with anyone. You even tend to forget. And those titles mean nothing if you're not going to make an impact in the world. What is titles for? They are there, they will get you the best job or whatever. And nowadays, even getting work, you need experience. And actually, apart from experience, people look for personality. What's your personality? How will you blend into the company? How will you how will you interact with all the other workmates? And when someone is interviewing you, a lot of times they nowadays looking at personality more than you, because once you have a good personality, you're a good learner, you get along with people, they're like, actually, we can train you. We can train you on the job. So there is so much more to just looking at the titles and just running for, the materials, wealth and the paperwork. There is so much more to that. Yes.
Awesome, coach. And I can see there's a question here for you. The question is on YouTube, is asking how one can change that inner limiting dialogue. How can someone change that inner limiting dialogue? And coach, in a single day, in one day, it's been proven that there are actually over 60,000 dialogues within our brain. That's how powerful our minds are. And that 90% are negative. 90, can you imagine? 60, wow. That means in 1 hour, you've actually had over 1,500 negative, stories in our head. And it's amazing. So someone may hear that and feel, oh, this is so challenging. My God, how do I change? So the question is, how can one change that inner dialogue? They are focusing on, I'm not enough, this will not work, this is hard, I will just lose, I'm a loser, I'm this. How does one begin to change that inner dialogue, coach?
Okay, one of the things that where did that inner dialogue come from? Because a lot of time, it's not that, oh, you were born feeling that way. Like for me, I wasn't born feeling not confident. You know,
I've never seen a baby feeling not confident.
you see, babies will cry, and you can see the kids how they behave. They're so they'll cry. They want something. They will ask for it. They're just in their element. And I think it's finding out where is this inner dialogue coming from? Where has it come from in the past? Is it someone that told you? Is it that has planted a seed in your head that has now grown into a tree?
Yes.
Is it from society? Is it from your family? Is it, is it just a thought that came into yourself? But a lot of times you find it's from the outside that has been planted into you, and it's just become. And normally when you work with a coach, they bring it out from you. They do the real inner work to bringing it out. Now, when a lot of work, you need to do work on it and first recognize it, that this is a limiting belief. Yes, this is a limiting belief that I have. It might not be one, two, however many, but you need to recognize it. Yes, this is a limiting belief. And how is it affecting your life? And apart from wanting to change, why do you want to change it? So I think there's such a big why. Why do you want to change it?
Why do you want to change it? I love that. Awesome. Brilliant. Fantastic.
Yes.
Okay, coach, go on.
So this is your limiting belief, and you own it. Okay, now you want to change it. Why do you want to change it? And without having a powerful why, and empowering why, like this is why I want to change it. Your why might be, yes, I will, it will change my life. I will live, about the life. I will be able to do certain things, but you need to really be clear on your why, because you can start doing the work on yourself and then you give up along the way and you're like, no, I need to go back to my comfort zone. It was too comfortable there. I was fine. I really don't need to change it, because changing it will require you to do certain things. You might have to take uncomfortable action. You might have to do things, it will put you in positions that you have to do it, and if you sit there and you're like, no, let me go to not feeling very comfortable, I'll be fine, or whatever I'm more comfortable there and I'm more safe. And I don't do, So one of the things a lot of people use is affirmations, which help, because you keep affirming to yourself that, yes, I am comfortable, I'm confident, or I am worthy of genuine love. Yes, I am worthy of genuine love. I am worthy of, wealth. I'm worthy of health. I am enough, and
amen to all of them.
Like really feeling it and telling yourself. I think affirming it yourself, just flipping it, whatever your limiting belief is. One of them that I've had a lot, flip it, and whatever your limiting belief is. One common one I've had with a lot of people is around money.
Yes.
And people feel like, oh yeah, there's no money, and all that. And a lot of time, it's a limiting belief. And where did it come from, And a lot of it is from our parents. And there's no it's like there's no money, or money does not grow on trees, and money, like there's always no money.
Yes. Who do you think I am? Chris Kirubi, Yeah.
And actually, my coach told me that, but money does grow on trees. Like if you think about it, money comes from trees. Like it comes from paper. Paper comes from trees.
I like that. By the way, it does.
So even that belief that money doesn't grow on trees
Oh my. Oh my. Yeah.
It's not a very good belief. So I think it's just changing your beliefs. Okay, you wouldn't say money grows on trees, but you need to see the abundance of money, the abundance of love, the abundance of, good health. Like abundance is everywhere. If you think of all the money in the world, how
Yeah.
much is there? And you deserve some of it. Like what you want is such a tiny percentage of it. And you deserve, there is a share for you there and you deserve it.
Yes. Just a billion, man. That's just like a tiny drop, isn't it?
Yes.
Ah,
And you're so deserving of it,
nice.
like if someone else can get it, you also deserve it, but in in a proper way, in a decent way. So I
Yeah.
think with the limiting beliefs, it's affirmations help affirming
Yeah.
to yourself, and I think it's reminding yourself throughout the day, and within a few weeks or something, you will actually feel the abundance, you will actually feel you are enough, you will
And
actually
coach,
feel the
yeah,
difference.
coach, I like the way you bring it out, that you don't need to look for affirmations. Just look for your negative beliefs and flip them. You have as many affirmations as you have negative beliefs. So this, I mean, you already have what you need. So just take the limiting belief and just flip it. And then you have an affirmation right there. I just thought, yeah, that's worth mentioning there, coach.
That's yes. Okay,
Yeah.
that's how you do it. It's not, you don't need to look anywhere else. You just
Yeah.
need to look within you. What's within you? What are your beliefs? What are limiting you? Bring them out, flip them, and yes, and you affirm yourself every day.
Wow. Now, there's another question that just came in, coach. And the question is, again, from YouTube. How do I deal with toxic family members and friends who I feel reinforce my limiting beliefs? Now, that's a brilliant question right there, coach. How do you answer that? How do I deal with toxic family members and friends who I feel reinforce my limiting beliefs?
Okay, a lot of it, I'd say, is within you. What you have a choice. I think we all need to realize that we have a choice. If someone is trying to make you feel a certain way and you accept it, you've made a choice to accept it. So you're always in choice.
Oh, I love that. Can we just pause there, coach? That's really powerful. Could you repeat that about the choice? And you've made the choice, because I think that's where we lose the grip. Could you repeat that? What did you say?
Everyone is always in choice at every moment of their lives. So if someone is making you feel a certain way, you are choosing to feel that way.
Wow. Wow, guys, even if we just go to sleep now, you have something you can take to bed with. I mean, it's a choice you're making. Do you know, people don't know that. We don't know that we are making a choice, and that's why we end up now blaming our mothers, our fathers, our relatives, people around us. Could you talk more about that, coach? I'm curious.
Oh, no one. Yes, no one. For where you are in your life, no one is to blame. It's just yourself. You've made the choices in your life. You have chosen to take that path. You have chosen to have that type of life. It's you choosing. If someone has told you something, and instead of getting angry, you choose to be in a beautiful state, like whatever. That's how you will be. So it's like making that decision that I will not choose anger, I will not choose frustration, and whatever people. And I think there are people, if it's family, maybe they're just testing you, they're just trying, but it's also choosing not to be around those people. So every day you're in choice. Whatever you decide to do, it's your life, you're choosing. No one is to blame. Not your mother, not your father, no one is to blame. Whatever they've done for you or to you, they're not to blame. at the end of the day,
Brilliant.
you've made a choice to be where you are.
Oh my, guys, do you hear that? You're making a choice even right now to be here on this broadcast. You're making a choice. And perhaps sometimes the choice was unconscious. You didn't know what to get. And then now you are sucked into this energy of personal development, changing and knowing that if it's going to be, it's up to you, really. If it's going to be, it's up to you. And Coach Nazreen, myself, and so many other people made that decision, took personal responsibility, 100% responsibility, not 99, 100% responsibility for the life, for the outcome of your life. And from that day, you live life by your terms. You call the shots on your destiny and you decide, this is the way I'm going. These are my rules. This is where I'm going. And if a rule doesn't serve me, divorce it, pick another one. You are in control. You're the captain of your soul. And so if you're in that place where you are blaming someone, there you got it. There you got it. Thank you so much, Coach. I can see questions coming and coming. Let's go to you've talked about the search, and you've talked about the struggle, the way you've struggled with all these things, and your search and meeting Tony Robbins and rolling at the Destiny Life Coaching Practitioner of Coaching Excellence program. And now you're about to get certified as a coach. Tell us, how do you get to that place of finding your success or your breakthrough for someone that is really, really looking, and how can you help them? Can we make an invitation? Are you available? Are you totally booked? Maybe for the next 1 year, I know. I know it could be booked for the next 15, 1 year and a half. Then guys can book in 2023. They can book to have a conversation with you. Coach, go ahead.
So I I am available, and I'm on Instagram. I believe Mary will attach my, and one thing I think I or most coaches do is you book a clarity call. Yes. Or a discovery call, and it's the first session I will have with you, and we see, do you feel, I think it's a two-way thing. We have to feel we connect and you're comfortable, and we can understand each other before we take it to the next level. Though I would really advise that, invest in yourself, really invest in yourself, learn, invest in yourself, learn, even if it's something that you're interested in, learn about it, and do the coaching. If you want to work on yourself, do the coaching. It really does make a difference and an impact in your life. I am talking from experience. I'm talking from experience. Coaching does make a big difference. And I'd really advise people, if you ever get a chance, do the coaching. And I'd say also coaches have a coach.
Yes. Me too. I have a coach.
Yes. So you can always book a free clarity or discovery call with me via Instagram. And and we can take it from there. I really genuinely want to make an impact. I want to, people who are struggling, finding their purpose, struggling with limiting beliefs, just struggling with, generally, because once you work on the inner work, it reflects on your whole life, your family, your health, your work, everything is even spiritually, you show up differently. How you'll show up generally in life, it's completely different. And so for me, it's been a big change. I really want to, make a difference and impact people in the same way that I have been impacted.
Yes. Wow, guys. This is Breakthrough with Jeff, and this is where we live life with zero limits, no limited beliefs. We break them and break through to our destiny because we believe we deserve it and you deserve it. Now that you tuned in, I tell you, we are here to tell you you deserve it, and this is a journey you began. At the end of this broadcast, we are going to share coaches Nazreen's contacts on Instagram, so you can connect with her. Book a free consultation session. There are no strings attached. It's just you to connect with her, get to understand where are you. She will listen to you. She has learned. She's full of she has a lot of empathy and connection. She will listen to you definitely and hear what you're not hearing, see what you're not seeing, bring it to your attention. And from there, you never know the kind of person that will emerge out of you, the kind of relationships that will be born, the kind of money that will grow on those trees, the kind of things that will come to you. Because like Jesus said, seek ye first the inner journey, the kingdom, the dominion of peace, love, joy. When you have that, everything else will fall into place. And so, guys, thank you so much for walking this journey with us. I can see we have 2 minutes, coach. We're just going to have parting shots, and then people can find you on Instagram. Guys, all roads lead to Instagram, where you can get a free consultation session. And again, there's a place where we build such an amazing qualified coaches like Nazreen at Destiny Life Coaching. And so if you want to get certified as a coach, walk a journey, we have 3 months program that will leave you wanting to change the world. Just you can hear the voice and the fire inside this coach's heart. So coach, you can share what is the parting shot with those that are listening, and then I'll come to close the broadcast. Thank you.
Okay, one thing I can say is there's a reason. There's a reason you are here. There's a reason why you have attended today's session, today's broadcast, today's live. There's a reason. Go and look deep within whatever you've learned, whatever you've picked from it. Look at yourself, look deep within. What are your beliefs? What are your limiting beliefs? But always remember that, there's a reason why everything happens, and you are exactly where you're meant to be in life. Yes, and live in a beautiful state every day.
Yes, yes. Wow. Live in a beautiful state every day. And it's a decision, right, coach?
Yes, it's a choice we all make.
It's a choice. It's a choice that we all make. So thank you, guys. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that you walked this journey with us and that you've listened to us. We appreciate you. Share this channel with someone you care about, someone that you wish they shifted their beliefs, and someone that you truly, truly care about. Just share this with them. You never know what may get in someone's spirit, may get in someone's mindset. You may be the person that will make a contribution by just sharing this link. And so share this channel, like and click the bell notification. We are here every Friday, 8 p.m. at Breakthrough with Jeff, where we are determined, committed, and sold out, living life of zero limits. Guys, thank you. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Thank you.